Have you ever looked back at the golden faces of Hollywood and wondered, what do they look like now? These women once defined beauty for an entire generation, gracing movie screens, magazine covers, and red carpets with effortless elegance. They were not just stars, they were symbols of timeless charm, unforgettable presence, and powerful femininity. But as the years go by, even the brightest lights soften. Today, we revisit over 50 of the most iconic women in Hollywood history to see not only how their appearance has changed, but how their beauty has evolved with grace, strength, and authenticity. Let's begin this journey through elegance, memory, and transformation. Demi Moore. Demi Moore became a defining face of the 1980s and 1990s Hollywood with her bold presence, iconic roles, and magnetic beauty. Known for her voluminous dark hair and minimalist makeup, she captivated audiences in films like Ghost, Indecent Proposal, and G.I. Jane, where she redefined strength and sensuality on screen. Her early look was both fresh and edgy, a combination of natural elegance and fearless attitude. As her fame grew, so did her style. Over the years, Demi embraced a more polished and sculpted appearance, opting for sleek hairstyles, sharply contoured makeup, and fashion that highlighted her striking bone structure. Public attention often noted her chiseled cheekbones, smoother skin, and noticeably taut facial features, which led to speculation about cosmetic enhancements. Though some changes sparked conversations, Demi never publicly defined her transformation by procedures. Instead, she focused on personal empowerment, wellness, and evolving with intention. These days, she radiates a composed sophistication that speaks of self-awareness more than stardom. Behind the glamorous facade is a woman who has learned, adapted, and stood tall through fame, heartbreak, reinvention, and resilience. She remains a symbol not just of beauty, but of endurance. Kim Basinger. Kim Basinger defined Hollywood glamour in the 1980s and 1990s, known for her radiant blonde hair, porcelain skin, and striking facial features. With a presence that blended elegance and mystery, she became a cinematic icon, often praised for her unique blend of softness and allure. Over the years, her image shifted from youthful sensuality to refined sophistication. Public appearances in recent years have revealed smoother facial contours and a noticeably sculpted look, changes that spark speculation about cosmetic procedures. While the discussion around her evolving appearance has been ongoing, Kim has remained private, never allowing public perception to define her worth. Today, her beauty reflects quiet strength. She continues to carry herself with the same confidence that once made her unforgettable on screen. Kim Basinger proves that allure doesn't have to fade. It can mature into something calmer, deeper, and entirely her own. Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer has long been regarded as one of the most breathtaking women in Hollywood. Rising to fame in the 1980s and 1990s, she became a screen icon with her radiant skin, captivating eyes, and sharp elegance. Yet behind her flawless appearance was a woman often critical of her own reflection, a perfectionist who once admitted being distracted by how her mouth curved or how her nose tilted on camera. Despite being celebrated worldwide, Michelle never saw herself through the same lens. She rarely paid attention to skincare in her early years, finding beauty rituals almost frivolous. But as time passed, so did her perspective. Instead of chasing unattainable standards, she embraced aging with grace and authenticity. Today, Michelle Pfeiffer carries a different kind of beauty, one rooted in wisdom, balance, and self-acceptance. At 64, she continues to act, inspire, and live fully, no longer chasing perfection but finding power in vulnerability. Her journey reminds us that real beauty doesn't lie in symmetry or youth. It lies in confidence, honesty, and the peace we make with ourselves. Kim Cattrall. Kim Cattrall rose to international fame as the glamorous and bold Samantha Jones in Sex and the City. With her voluminous blonde hair, radiant skin, and confident presence, she became a symbol of sensuality and self-assurance in the late 1990s and early 2000s. She brought elegance to empowerment, and always on her own terms. Her beauty was never about fitting in. It was about owning the room with poise and personality. Her look, though undeniably striking, was matched by a fearless charm that made her characters unforgettable. In recent years, Kim has embraced a softer, more natural style. Her hair is gentler in tone. Her features show the passage of time, but her confidence remains intact. Still poised and unapologetic, she continues to redefine what aging gracefully looks like in Hollywood. Kim Cattrall reminds us that allure doesn't fade. It evolves with dignity, spirit, and authenticity. Mary Steenburgen. Mary Steenburgen first charmed audiences in the late 1970s and early 1980s with her warm presence and effortless elegance. Known for her roles in Time After Time and Back to the Future Part 3, she captivated viewers with her expressive eyes, gentle voice, and graceful demeanor that made her stand out without ever demanding attention. In her youth, Mary's beauty was subtle yet unmistakable. Soft features, a bright smile, and a natural ease that drew people in. But what truly defined her was the sense of kindness she brought to every performance, a quality that remains central to her presence even now. Now in her 70s, Steenburgen continues to radiate a quiet sophistication. Her hair is impeccably styled, her posture upright, and her eyes still sparkle with that familiar warmth. But more than her appearance, it is her poise, wit, and steady grace that reveal how beauty can blossom with age. Mary's enduring allure lies not only in how she looks, but in how she lives, with intention, authenticity, and an unwavering sense of self. Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams made history in 1984 when she became the first African-American woman to be crowned Miss America. With her captivating green eyes, flawless skin, and radiant poise, she redefined beauty standards and quickly became a household name. Her elegance wasn't just skin-deep, it radiated from a strong spirit and unshakable confidence that would carry her through decades in the spotlight. In her younger years, Vanessa possessed a natural magnetism. Whether on stage, in a photo shoot, or on screen, her presence was undeniable. But as time passed, her beauty evolved, growing richer with maturity and wisdom. Decades later, Vanessa still turns heads with the same quiet confidence that once made her a star. Her skin retains its glow, her eyes their sparkle, and her signature grace remains untouched. Yet it's not just her outer beauty that stands out. It's the composure, elegance, and depth she brings to every appearance. Vanessa Williams is proof that beauty, when paired with resilience and grace, only becomes more powerful over time. Kathleen Turner. Kathleen Turner rose to fame in the early 1980s with unforgettable performances in Body Heat and Romancing the Stone, captivating audiences with her bold gaze, sharp bone structure, and a voice that became her signature, husky, confident, and magnetic. In her prime, she embodied a fearless, commanding beauty that stood out in every frame. Today, in her 60s, Turner's appearance has naturally evolved, shaped in part by the health challenges she has faced over the years. But rather than retreat from the spotlight, she has met aging with determination and self-awareness. Her features may be softer now, but her presence remains powerful, her voice still rich, her expression still piercing. Turner's transformation reminds us that beauty doesn't fade, it deepens. She continues to act, speak out on causes she believes in, and embrace her journey with unapologetic authenticity. Her resilience shines brighter than ever, proving that age adds layers of depth, not diminishes one's light. Christina Applegate. In 2009, Christina Applegate stepped into a powerful new phase of her life, having bravely confronted breast cancer just a year earlier. The experience led her to undergo a double mastectomy, a choice that reshaped not just her body, but her entire perspective on beauty and self-worth. Rather than feel diminished, she found an unexpected strength in vulnerability. She once joked lightheartedly about not needing a bra anymore, a sign of how she embraced her transformation with humor and resilience. Her partner at the time, musician Martin Lenoble, offered unwavering support during her recovery, reinforcing her confidence and making her feel deeply cherished. In 2013, they married and welcomed their daughter Sadie, anchoring Christina's life in love and purpose. That same year, she made a triumphant return to the screen with Anchorman 2. The legend continues, reminding audiences of her enduring talent. Most recently, Christina captured hearts in Netflix's Dead to Me, delivering a performance filled with wit and emotional depth. But life brought another unexpected turn. In 2021, she revealed her diagnosis with multiple sclerosis. Choosing to focus on her health, she stepped away from acting, once again showing immense courage. Through it all, Christina Applegate remains a powerful example of grace, strength, and the evolving nature of beauty when rooted in authenticity. Jennifer Grey. Jennifer Grey became a household name in the late 1980s, best known for her unforgettable role in Dirty Dancing. With her curly hair, expressive eyes, and uniquely shaped nose, she stood out as a symbol of individuality and charm in an era of polished perfection. Her natural features set her apart. She wasn't just beautiful, she was memorable. In the early 1990s, Jennifer made the difficult decision to undergo rhinoplasty, a choice that significantly altered her appearance. The change was so dramatic that it impacted her career and public identity. Yet over time, she found peace with her transformation and learned to reclaim her sense of self. Today, with years of life and perspective behind her, Jennifer embraces a softer, more refined beauty. She carries herself with quiet grace, and her confidence is no longer tied to youthful looks, but to experience and resilience. Jennifer Grey's journey is a powerful reminder that authenticity isn't about staying the same. It's about evolving with intention, honesty, and courage. Rebecca de Mornay. During the 1980s and early 1990s, Rebecca de Mornay captivated Hollywood with her striking green eyes, luminous blonde hair, and poised elegance. Her breakthrough in risky business marked her as one of the era's most unforgettable faces, graceful, intelligent, and effortlessly alluring. She embodied a kind of quiet confidence that drew attention without needing to demand it. In her early years on screen, her beauty was a blend of softness and sophistication, always tinged with mystery. But as the years have passed, her presence has evolved, not faded. Her features have gently matured, yet her poise and magnetic presence remain remarkably intact. Rather than chasing the illusion of eternal youth, Rebecca has chosen authenticity. She carries herself with calm assurance, and her current beauty reflects a life fully lived. In every glance and gesture, there's wisdom, self-awareness, and a timeless elegance that proves true allure doesn't disappear with age. It deepens. Morgan Fairchild. In the late 1970s and throughout the 1980s, Morgan Fairchild became the epitome of Hollywood glamour. With her voluminous blonde hair, piercing green eyes, and polished image, she stood as a symbol of sophisticated beauty. Her roles in popular TV dramas not only elevated her status, but also cemented her image as a classic screen siren, confident, composed, and always radiant. Her look was iconic: bold makeup, perfectly styled hair, and an aura of old-school elegance. But what made Morgan stand out wasn't just her appearance. It was her ability to embody grace with strength, charm with intelligence. As time moved forward, her appearance naturally softened, but her poise remained untouched. Rather than retreat from the spotlight, she embraced her evolution with dignity. Today, she exudes the kind of elegance that can't be manufactured. and inner confidence shaped by decades of experience. Morgan Fairchild's presence reminds us that beauty shaped by resilience and authenticity is truly timeless. Jane Seymour. Jane Seymour first mesmerized audiences in the 1970s and 1980s with her radiant green eyes, cascading chestnut hair, and the kind of refined beauty that never needed exaggeration. Whether she appeared in period dramas or romantic epics, she carried an ethereal quality, graceful, elegant, and quietly powerful. Her presence on screen felt timeless, as if she belonged to every era. In her youth, Jane represented a rare combination of outer beauty and inner calm. But what truly set her apart was the way she made poise look effortless, never loud, always composed. Over the years, as her features softened and her roles matured, she continued to carry herself with the same unwavering dignity. Far from resisting the passage of time, Jane has welcomed it. Now in her 70s, she embraces age as a chapter rich with wisdom, meaning, and self-assurance. She continues to act, to inspire, and to prove, through her choices and her poise, that true beauty doesn't fade, it evolves. And Jane Seymour has done so with remarkable grace. Vanessa Redgrave. Vanessa Redgrave has long been considered one of the most distinguished figures in British cinema. Rising to prominence in the 1960s and 1970s, she captivated the world with her sculpted features, flowing golden hair, and regal presence that commanded attention without ever needing to raise her voice. On screen, she embodied strength and vulnerability with remarkable ease. Her early beauty was ethereal, serene yet striking. But even more compelling was the intelligence and moral conviction that accompanied every role she took on. Vanessa never relied solely on her appearance. She brought substance to every performance and carried herself with a kind of grace that was unshakable. In her later years, her appearance has changed, as time demands. Her once golden hair is now silver, her skin marked with age, and yet she is as captivating as ever. Vanessa Redgrave has shown that elegance does not fade, it transforms. With every year, her presence grows more meaningful, shaped not by glamour, but by wisdom, purpose, and an unwavering commitment to truth. Nastassja Kinski. Nastassja Kinski emerged as a cinematic sensation in the 1980s, known for her haunting beauty and quiet intensity. With her mesmerizing eyes, full lips, and natural elegance, she captivated international audiences, bringing a poetic stillness to the screen that was impossible to ignore. She didn't need extravagance, her presence alone told a story. In her early years, Nastassja embodied a kind of effortless allure, earthy, mysterious, and deeply emotive. She was never just a pretty face. There was always something beneath the surface, something unspoken that added depth to every character she portrayed. As time has passed, her appearance has gently transformed, but her essence remains. Today, she embraces a more grounded, natural image, free from the pressures of Hollywood perfection. Her beauty now reflects something more enduring, a life rich with experience, reflection, and quiet strength. Nastassja Kinski continues to remind us that true beauty whispers, it doesn't shout. Ione Skye. Ione Skye captured hearts in the late 1980s with her quiet beauty and soulful presence, most memorably in her breakout role in Say Anything. With soft features, expressive eyes, and an effortlessly natural charm, she stood apart from the era's heavily stylized stars. Ione didn't perform her beauty, she simply existed in it. Her early image was one of freshness and authenticity, resonating deeply with audiences who saw in her a gentle, relatable strength. She represented a different kind of allure, introspective, artistic, and deeply human. Over the years, her appearance has evolved just as her spirit has. She now embraces a more understated elegance, graceful, age-appropriate, and quietly radiant. Free from Hollywood's constant glare, Ione Skye reflects the kind of beauty that grows richer with life. It's not about preserving youth, but honoring the changes that come with time. Her presence today reminds us that true beauty is personal, soulful, and forever evolving. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio rose to prominence in the 1980s with unforgettable roles in Scarface and The Abyss. With her expressive eyes, voluminous curly hair, and refined natural beauty, she stood out as a screen presence full of emotion and strength. She wasn't just admired for her appearance, she captivated audiences with her depth and conviction. In her younger years, Mary embodied a kind of effortless elegance, intelligent, understated, and quietly magnetic. Her look was timeless, combining classic femininity with a fierce inner fire that gave her performances unforgettable weight. As the years have gone by, her features have softened, but her commanding energy remains. Today, she carries a graceful presence, marked not by glamour but by authenticity. Though she now takes on fewer public roles, her image endures, not because of physical perfection, but because of the honesty she brought to every role. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio reminds us that real beauty lives in presence, talent, and the courage to stay true to oneself. Melanie Griffith. Melanie Griffith became one of the most recognizable faces of the 1980s and 1990s Hollywood. With her curly blonde hair, expressive smile, and radiant screen presence, she embodied the vibrant spirit of the era. Whether in Working Girl or other iconic roles, she left a lasting impression with her blend of vulnerability and charm. Over time, Melanie's appearance changed noticeably, influenced in part by cosmetic procedures that became the subject of public attention. Her facial features shifted, sparking discussions about beauty standards and the pressure to remain youthful in Hollywood. Through it all, Melanie remained open about her choices, never shying away from honesty, even when the scrutiny was intense. Today, she continues to carry herself with grace and resilience. Though the signs of aging and past enhancements are visible, they do not overshadow her presence. Melanie Griffith's journey is one of openness, survival, and self-expression. She reminds us that beauty is not always about perfection. It's about authenticity and the courage to evolve in full view of the world. Time changes many things, but it never erases the impact of true beauty. From silver screens to quiet reflections, these women have shown us that grace is not bound by age and that presence endures far beyond the spotlight. Thank you for joining us on this journey through memory and transformation. If these faces brought back a part of your past, stay with us, because there's still more to come. In the next episode, we'll continue exploring the timeless elegance of Hollywood's most beloved stars. Until then, take care, and remember, beauty evolves but never fades.